Hello everyone, Marauder here, and welcome to some Path of Exile gameplay commentary. Today I'm just going to play something simple. I haven't played this character in a while, and I'm going to play my Brightness Fire Marauder. I just put this character together and let's have some fun with it. As soon as I change that skill to that one, we need it to be big, right? And also the map I'm going to play this wall of text map here. Man, that's a lot of effects right here. I'm going to have enfeeble on me, so my damage is going to be a bit diminished. How much damage do my Brightness Fire do? I don't know. It do some damage, at least. Let's put it on and just walk into the enemies. It's actually, when it comes to builds, my Brightness Fire build is, for me personally, one of my more unique builds for myself, because I'm never playing damage or time builds normally. So playing Brightness Fire is something, for me at least, more relaxed than the builds I'm usually playing. It's quite nice. So yeah, I also wanted to make a video because it was like 5 days ago since I made my last video, at least when I'm recording this. I just wanted to make a video. Let's see if we can kill the enemies in this map here. And by the way, I think some of you will ask why my Brightness Fire looks like this. Well, sometimes you have too much money, so it's just a microtransaction that makes my Brightness Fire look like it. Let's take a look at how it actually looks like. See, now there we have it. I can take the Divine one. Well, let's take the classic old school Brightness Fire. I remember actually for a long time ago, because when I didn't know anything about the game, like 6 years ago or something, when I first found Brightness Fire. And I think, oh, this was something interesting because I didn't know anything about the game. I don't know everything about the game today, but that's besides the point. So I put Brightness Fire on and my life immediately synced down to 1 life, and then I slowly started to regenerate my life on my completely worthless piece of shit build. So after that I was thinking, there is no way you can sustain that. Well, there are a way to sustain it. Actually, they made it a little bit easier to sustain Brightness Fire, because in the beginning you had to use a special shield, which I don't remember the name of, so which gave a ton of life regeneration. Also some other tricks you have to do, because you didn't have Purity of Fire, for example. It didn't exist back then. So use Brightness Fire in your build back then was a lot harder than it is today. It's still not the most easiest thing ever, but you know what I mean. Actually, before we fighting the boss, let's do some extra damage to the boss with using concentrated effect. Man, I do love talking about some old times sometimes in here in Path of Exile. Man, the game has changed a lot over the years. And many of you will think, oh, it was better back in the day. No, the game is actually better now than it has ever been. Yeah, there are a lot of power creeps in the game, which wasn't back in the day, but actually there were a bit of power creeps back in the day. I didn't have I didn't know anything about the game back in the day, so. But I know there were the build I want to make the most back in the day when I was starting playing Path of Exile was the discharge build, because there were some videos on YouTube, someone going and one-shotting Pioneer in Nightmare difficulty. Was Nightmare difficulty the highest difficulty? Man, that was a long time ago. A little bit hard to actually remember that actually used to be normal difficulty, nightmare difficulty. I don't remember what all of the 3 difficulties was. That's a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago, but it's like 2 years ago or something like that. So yeah. But I've seen someone one-shotting Pioneer, and actually Pioneer was, when I started playing the game, the final boss of the game. Dominus didn't exist back then. Then Dominus became the final boss, then Malachi, and then Kitava, because they added 10 acts. It's quite awesome, because you don't have to do the old boring playing the same thing over like 3 times plus higher difficulty every time. I like the newer version of that. You have to go through the acts once, but there are much more acts. I like that. But the game is changing so much over the years and so fast now, so it's hard to keep up. I remember watching all of the unique items when CGD was making videos every time they added new unique items. But now they're adding so many new unique items. I don't even know what new unique items was added in the latest patch. Because there's so many unique items now that I can't keep up. So that's that. Maybe I should do some more talk about the good old time, my memories of the game. Because sometimes it's fun to remember it. And maybe, just for fun, I should go and maybe one day play my oldest character, my first character I ever made. But it is impossible to have the same build as I had back then. And I don't really know if I want to call my first character's build for a real build. It was so shitty. One fun fact, my first build I ever made was a duelist. Yeah, I never heard me say that before. And I was made that character. I was coming from playing Diablo 2, so I think I know my shit. But for some reason, why didn't I take any life? I was in the end game and I had like 1500 life. And you wanna know how I linked gems? I didn't. I didn't know that the gems had to be linked with each other. So I just put the support gems in, and I was thinking they were supporting me anyway, which is completely false. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit tired because it's a little bit late here in Sweden, but I just want to make a video. I was thinking about I just putting the support gems in my items, and I will give the effects, which is completely wrong. But damn, it was a fun time. And making a new build. When my first build completely failed, I was making a second build which was a little bit better. A build with a shield. Actually, I think I actually have a video on YouTube. If I remember it, I'm going to have it in the description here, where you can see my second oldest character fighting against Dominus for the first time ever, when the update just came out that day. And you can see my super shitty build defeating Dominus in like 5 minutes. It was glorious in a fun way. So going back and watch that. But anyway, if you're wondering about this character, well, I'm not gonna... This is not a build guide, it's just me talking a little bit and playing. But I have a video on YouTube where I have this character, but here is a fast overview of my skill tree. Is this the best way to make an Brightness Fire build? I don't know. But it works for me at least. Maybe if they are interested, I might do a real build guide this time, if you are interested about this character. But anyway, I thank you all for watching this short little video here. And yeah, have a nice day everyone.